You are looking at this community's very first single malt whiskey. It's young, it's hot, it's smoking. It's the single malt of magnificence, or as the magnificent bastards in Whiskey Tribe call it, it's the single malt. And it is by far the most nerve-wracking release we've ever done. We were in the barrel house. Big day!
It's a big day!
What's going on, Emma?
We are dumping barrels for our single malt blend, and these will be the final barrels dumped into it.
This is what you voted on initially. The very first thing was a single malt with, what, Maris Otter barley?
Maris Otter barley. It's 50% peated, and you guys voted on the 50% Irish peat. These are the 5-gallon barrels that we filled. So this is the tote that we are adding barrels to, a filter that we're gonna use to get the char out.
Okay, let's get some single malt blended in here.
We might need your help with the lifting of the thing.
Notice that she's indicating muscles.
I just actually don't want to be responsible for dropping anything. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah. It's not the muscles as much as it is the accountability. I can't believe that was less than a year.
Yeah, we got a lot of color.
Yeah, that was crystal clear. And this sound that we hear, that's like the pressure equalizing.
Suddenly everyone is French.
14.4.
So these barrels, they're marked Balcones, but they never ended up using them.
We bought like a pallet of 60 of these.
What does it smell like to you?
Toasted marshmallows.
Yeah?
What I like about these barrels is they're older than the original like 5 we dumped together. These are a year old, and it kind of got rid of some of those like younger notes.
I like how our older barrels are a year.
I know. They're 5 gallons though.
Yeah. That definitely speeds up the intensity with which the wood interacts with the whiskey.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised we got this much complexity out of that short of amount of time.
These also made the smoke a little bit more earthy than like campfire ashy.
Yeah. So this first run is going to be 50 millimeter sample size bottles. We're doing a rough calculation to see about how much of the Patreon support we're going to be able to offer a bottle to.
3,179 bottles.
I think we have about 3,000 people on Patreon.
We do.
So
We might be able to get a bottle to every patron if you want one.
maybe.
Maybe.
Minus Emma's 100 bottles and then minus my 100 bottles.
Yeah.
So only 100 for you?
Yeah.
eBay,
Yeah.
everything. What's next?
I want to run over and grab our paddle and just give it like a gentle
Swirl.
mixing. This will need to sit for at least a week.
What's going to happen between now and then?
Yeah, so if we tasted this right now, it could taste completely different a week from now, because when you blend barrels together, you need to give them time to mingle and for all of the different like chemical compounds and congeners to like mingle together and form what will be the blend. So if we tasted it now, things might be a little agitated, and it won't. This isn't a true representation of what it will taste like at the end.
Thank you, bye. The first whiskey is done. It's landing in a bottle. It's time to get geared up so we can keep growing. We have the boiler being installed. We have been waiting like beyond weeks, months for us to get a good crew to plug this in for us. So we're gonna go check out our progress. We got a really cool sponsor this time. It's Nebula with their projector, the Cosmos Max. Now they sent one in here for us to test and make sure that it's good, and it is. We're all video nerds, and it's really good quality. You get like 150 inches up to. So really, their main job at this point is to sit down, put it through its paces with like the 5,000 apps to make sure that it does a good job for you. So that's going to be our work day, watching memes. Yeah. With Adobe Digital plus 3D audio and over 5,000 apps, There's crazy apps on this thing. We're playing with the apps. It's fun. Available via the Android TV 9.0. The Cosmos Max is capable of shockingly good image quality, which it really is. Look at the pixels. The pixels.
The pixels.
Those pixels are good pixels.
No, Wes.
I'm gonna crank the volume on this because it has like surprisingly decent speakers for a projector, which typically isn't the case. That's how you get a copyright strike in your ad. That goose is gonna f that kid up. Watch, there goes. They're mean, man.
Get him.
They're
Oh, the cinnamon challenge.
This is not
Yeah.
gonna go well.
I remember those.
That's a lot,
That's
dude.
a ton.
No, that's. So there's a lot of projector systems out there. Where this one really shines, it's the all-in-one balancing act that it's able to pull off. Between the simplicity, the portability, the ease of use, you really just plug it and you're going with the thousands of apps, all the streaming services that you want. So there's actually a really good discount code for the Nebula Cosmos Max in the description below. This is actually a really nice projector. It's got really cool features too, lots of apps and stuff. Alex is getting impatient. He's getting impatient. This is I have no idea what I'm looking at, but gentleman right here, what's your name?
Danny,
Danny. Can you walk me through, what are we looking at right now? What are we doing?
did you see the boiler outside?
Well, yeah, walk me through it, because literally I'm starting from zero. So the extent that you can give me a tour of my own property, that'd be great.
This here's your boiler,
Okay.
and then this here's the water line that we run out to.
Okay.
This feed water tank. As this boiler needs it, this pump fills this boiler up to this float, which will maintain the level in the boiler.
Okay. What is this glass thing right
Well,
here?
this will show you your water level.
Okay. Oh.
It'll be in the boiler.
Okay.
So if you come out here and the boiler's not running, and you look in the sight glass, well, it ain't got no water.
And then this down here is the chiller.
Yes, sir.
Basically, is that feeding separately into the building, or
Yes,
is it?
this line here go up and go in the building, and then you'll
Oh yeah, we got the pipes right up here.
and then this other line right here will come up and go in the building. And this chiller will chill the water. It'll go in there to their processor, make its rounds,
Yeah.
come back out here warmer than it left.
Awesome.
And this cools it back off again and sends it right back in there. It's never ending stop.
What kind of
I
coverage
think
or shelter?
he said he's going to put an awning across here, a lean-to down,
Okay.
and then close that side in.
Thank you very much, man.
Okay, man.
So making some good progress on the boiler, which has been basically the biggest choke point for many weeks, getting somebody that's qualified, knows what they're doing, to connect all of this stuff together. That should be one of the big last final steps before we get the still from Abe fired up, figuring out what process we need to run on the new still to get us a very similar result. That'll be fun. There's definitely going to be some episodes in there. Our distillery equipment is getting a much needed upgrade thanks to Abe. We're going to go check out our first building and make sure the tasting room is still tight and crispy for visitors. So just popping over to the distillery, and it is about that time. This deck is still new, but it's been baking in the sun for a long time. So we are getting it pressure washed and resealed. It's looking good, man. That's a big difference, wow. I didn't realize there was that much like dirt and residue on there. That's crazy. And we're gonna reseal it?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. I'll admit it, the only reason this is here is it's super satisfying to watch. Not really gonna learn anything, but wait for it. It's coming. Hold on. Oh yeah.
That's sealed.
What do we got going on? What are you working on?
We are walking through the setup to make sure that this thing is doing all the things it's supposed to do.
That's
That's
most
really it.
vague, but I guess
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to prime the system with all the fluid. It's coming in. Now we're checking to make sure that it actually cools.
Final kicking of the tires before we get Abe out here to help us flip the switch and
That's right.
get it going.
The magical mixture of this tank is 70% water, 29% glycol, and 1% unicorn tears.
I think they're probably unnecessary. Yeah. They just keep putting them in.
Why risk it? That's the glycol water mixture that cools, that runs through the system and cools the vapors that condense
Yeah.
the whiskey.
We're supposed to have a sign
I'm trying to figure out why that alarm light's on there.
The Distillery sign. We're gonna get the Crowded Barrel sign.
Yeah, that was supposed to be yesterday. Actually, wait, let's correct that.
Right.
It was supposed to be 2 months ago.
It was.
Then it was going to be a month and a half ago.
Right.
Then it was going to be a month ago. Then it was going to be 4 weeks, like 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Then it was going to be Thursday.
I've been delaying this episode because I wanted this like nice symbolic moment of our first release,
And
of
the
our
sign.
very own distillate, and then our sign goes up because we've been in business for a couple of years. We still don't have a sign.
I think our great grandkids are probably going to put the final bolt on that sign when it's installed.
You know what? You just leave it to me.
Yeah.
I'll do the sign.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm just showing up.
Bye. All right, Emma, what do we got going?
We are bottling Single Malt, the first product that we ever distilled and filled barrels of. And so this batch is an 11 barrel, 5 gallon barrel batch that Deb distilled.
Can you walk us through the process?
Yes. First, we have our 50 milliliter King bottles.
Fancy.
I know, aren't they pretty?
Yeah.
And so these guys are pulling them from the pallet and they're sanitizing them there, putting them in the drying rack. John and Deb are working the bottling machine.
Is that a new machine?
It's a new machine.
What? When did we get that?
We got it on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Just in time.
Thankfully, John was able to work out all the kinks.
So how many bottles are we doing today?
We're gonna try to at least do half of the tote, so maybe like 1,500. Most of you, if not all of you, if you want one, you should be able to get one.
Well, I mean, we're talking to you're in Patreon.
Patreon.
Yes.
Sorry.
Patreon.
You're in our Patreon. If you want one, you should be able to get one.
And we got some cool volunteers today. Hey, thanks for coming, guys. Deb, are you super excited?
I'm so excited.
You were working on Single Malt way back in the day.
I know,
Yeah.
This is an exciting day.
She's not wrong. This is exciting and overwhelming and nerve-wracking and a dozen different kinds of stressful. But it is by far more magnificent than anything else. And you guys made this happen. The magnificent bastards that watch, comment, and like, and hang out in the community, and the people that financially support the entire venture in Patreon. This exists because of you. And it is our hope that we're doing the kind of work that you can be proud of. Hey, Emma, I'm going to interrupt you. How we doing?
Great.
Super good. It's going super fast.
It is going really fast.
I think you may be getting spoiled with all these volunteers.
I know, right? I'm okay with that though.
You think they'll come back?
I hope so. Please come back.
That's mine?
No.
But where's mine though?
There you go.
That is not funny? It's not funny. I don't know why you're smiling. It's not funny. How we doing, guys?
Good.
What's it like filling up your Single Malted magnificence?
It's magnificent.
Boo. Did you get the least glamorous job here?
No, I think this is the most important job.
Yes, I think you're right.
Prepping the bottles.
Prepping the bottles. Make sure they're super clean and nice.
Add extra bucket flavor.
Oh yes, for the bucket flavoring. There's still a ton of work to do. But this community and the world's first crowdsourced whiskey distillery, we're just getting started. You come bearing gifts? I like gifts. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll even do a mooch pour for you.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's like a charred butterscotch.
Okay.
Like if you did like
okay, I could see that.
Yeah, like you crisped up the edges of the butterscotch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got one too.
If you smell it a few times, it also starts to pop out like the candied fruit notes too.
I love that. Oh,
See what I mean?
Oh, can I drink it now?
Yeah.
We're just smelling like nerds. I need to drink it.
Oh. Like, you know the burnt part of a creme brulee on the top? It
Yeah.
tastes like that.
Yeah, charred vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, scared. Stop.
So what's the proof on this?
it's coming out at 108.3.
There you go.
108.3. What do we think?
Makes the dream work.
Good stuff?
Yeah.
Not bad for like a year in a barrel, huh?
Yeah. Texas.
Yeah, no kidding.
I am very happy with this. I think it was
pulled right at the right time, and
Yeah.
it's just perfect.
Richard, can you get me the biggest t-shirt we have? What do you think?
I think that it's a skeleton.
I think it's a free sign, Richard. It's pretty damn majestic if you ask me. See the new sign?
Oh, it's a new sign. Yeah, I can probably see that from Austin.
Worthy of
from downtown.
Worthy of the overly dramatic song.
Oh yeah.